What is up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster. And one of the defining characteristics that sets regular gamers apart from the woke crowd is the fact that we do not apply this sort of mentality to our hobby, not in the slightest.
Don't ask questions, just consume product and then get excited for next product.
No, I don't think I will.
The game journalists, conversely, will advocate for any game that comes from the big publishers who don't fight back against the orthodoxy of the Church of Woke. They gave great reviews, after all, to games like Dragon Age the Veilguard and Star Wars Outlaws. It doesn't matter to them how shitty the game is, as long as it was made by Ubisoft, EA, or Bungie, a company like that. These people are going to tell you that you should go out and play the game.
Trust me.
I'd rather roast an L.
But case in point as to gamers not sharing this blind adherence to games and game studios, take a look at the situation that happened with Helldivers 2 last year. When it came out, it was a smash hit, selling something like 12 million units in the first few months of release. It's exactly the sort of game that gamers love. People were enjoying the hell out of it, and then Sony shit in their own backyard by requiring PSN accounts for people playing on the PC, which prevented a lot of people from playing it in countries where PSN is banned, and that really derailed interest in the game, which they never recovered from.
We do not care.
And now there's risk that Sony is going to do something similar with Stellar Blade. As we discussed the other day, the game is being straight up region locked in over 100 countries. Everyone realizes this is Sony's doing, and gamers are not afraid to criticize the game despite the fact that Stellar Blade is largely considered a great game. Look at my comment section from this video that I made the other day. People ripped into Sony for this, and to make matters worse, someone has now noticed that actually the list of countries where Stellar Blade can't be purchased on PC broadly lines up with countries where the PlayStation Network is not available. So, while it's true that PSN is not a requirement to play the game, Sony is still low-key pushing that shit really hard, and it's gonna hurt their bottom line and drive away a chunk of gamers, which is too bad considering that we're getting news like this. Scarlet from Goddess of Victory Nikki is being added to the game. It's going to really suck for anyone who, understandably, decides to boycott this game.
If you are suffering as much as I am, please tell me.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We have been getting a ton of new subs, so it is time to ask the following question.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
We now have 132,000 space pirate a-holes in this Buccaneer crew, and it is customary on this channel that with every 1,000 subscribers we add a new ship to the fleet in order to house the new guys. This time, one of you suggested the rocket ship from Super Mario Bros. 2, one of the weirdest Mario games ever made, but I love it. Anyhow, if you have any recommendations for future ships, drop them into the comment section and I will add them to my long list. Super chats get bumped to the top of the list with other super chats, and also, I'm adding an alphabetical list of all the ships already in the fleet to the description of the video for your reference. In any case, thanks for being here, everyone. I really appreciate it.
I knew it, I'm surrounded by assholes.
But let's dig into what is going on with Stellar Blade. First of all, let's talk about why a company like Sony would want you to sign in and create a PSN account in order to play their games, because on the face of it, you'd think they really wouldn't care. I mean, it isn't like they make any money on it, right? Well, I'm fairly certain that that isn't correct. You see, a lot of these companies that gather up your data when you create an account with them, they make a lot of money selling your data to other companies for market research. Now, they might not sell your personal data directly, but they will at least sell generic data, demographic data. They'll sell your age, your sex, your purchasing habits, and these companies make a shit ton of money doing this. That is the entire business model of Facebook, for cripe's sake. So actually, Sony has a massive incentive to want gamers to sign in to PlayStation Network on the PC, and they clearly have a massive grudge against the countries that don't allow the PSN. But let's read this piece from IGN really quick, which points out that the countries who are being region locked from Stellar Blade are largely the countries where the PlayStation Network is not allowed. It says here, after Stellar Blade's Steam rollout was mysteriously blocked in countries like Egypt, Vietnam, Estonia, and Cuba, developer ShiftUp said it was closely discussing the region-locked issue with publisher Sony. While there's still no formal explanation on why sales have been blocked in over 100 countries around the world, it's thought the list broadly matches that of places where PlayStation Network is not available, although neither PlayStation nor ShiftUp has explicitly confirmed that. Instead, the developer insisted it was doing our best to resolve most of it as soon as possible. PSN connecting is entirely optional and never required, the studio added, and it is worth double emphasizing and triple pointing out that it wasn't Sony who said this. ShiftUp is the one telling us that a PSN account is not required. For all we know, since Sony is the publisher, it may end up being false that you won't need a PSN account. They essentially pulled the same thing with Helldivers last year. At first, it wasn't a requirement to have a PSN account, and then it was. Right now, they're trying to incentivize people to get signed up for PSN by giving away an outfit if you do it. But I imagine that most PC gamers aren't going to want to do this shit. After all, look at all the times that Sony's data has been compromised. Why would you want to risk that if you aren't even a PlayStation player? So, I can see why a ton of people are noping out on this game, though the amazing thing is that the game is still running so high on the Steam charts despite all the controversy. A section of gamers won't buy this game because of the de novo. A chunk of people literally can't buy it because of the region locking controversy, and yet the game is still number 4 on Steam currently. If there is any inkling that PSN will be required for all players down the road though, people will lose their shit, and Steam will likely give out a ton of refunds. Gabe Newell and crew at Valve do not piss around with that sort of thing, and it really is a shame, since ShiftUp genuinely seems like such an awesome developer. This Goddess of Victory Nikki crossover is just the sort of thing that gamers love to see. It apparently comes with a new outfit and hairstyle if you defeat Scarlet in battle, so yeah, Stellar Blade is still gonna sell well. It will be dominant over the next few weeks on Steam, most likely, leading up to its release. But there are certainly specters of negativity hanging over its head. Sony is just a plain old asinine decision maker these days. This region lock nonsense seems to have even caught ShiftUp by surprise, and I feel bad for them and what they're dealing with. But it is a testament to what a strong game they made that it is still selling so well on Steam despite the controversies. In any case, I'm going to leave it there. Drop your contempt for Sony's BS into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.